Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker and its teaser trailer made its debut just a little over 1 week ago over at Star Wars Celebration, leaving a lot of fans wanting more footage and learning more about this movie when it comes to, of course, Kylo Ren, the Knights of Ren, and even Rey as characters in this film by J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about this film that a lot of people are very curious about is, of course, the Knights of Ren. Now, we didn't get a good look at them at all in the teaser trailer that was shown just over 1 week ago, and we only got a little glimpse of them in The Force Awakens back in 2015. So it really does make one wonder, why are Disney and Lucasfilm pretty much, keeping away from using the Knights of Ren in the teaser trailer? Now, we do know that they are going to be huge in this movie and very prominent and will be a significant part of the film. We even saw them on the leaked poster just a couple of weeks ago, so there's that. However, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and what's really intriguing has all to do with one of the set leaks that reveals one of the identities of the Knights of Ren in Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Now, specifically, it's described that one of the sequences that were shot during the month of December included Adam Driver with tons of Knights of Ren by his side, firing large blaster rifles. It's described that there are at least 2 Knights of Ren that are heavily armored with large blaster rifles that fans have never seen before. One of the props of the Knights of Ren's blaster was dubbed as Emiko Ren's Z8 blaster. Another sequence that was shot included the Emiko Ren character sprinting toward a group of Resistance soldiers on set, where the unnamed actor was said to be performing fast-paced moves against the soldiers. This Knight of Ren also has another weapon that is described to be a spear of some kind, where the object is dubbed as Emiko's staff. The end of the staff is said to have a protruding blade on the end that is used against the resistance soldiers and fighters. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this and as to why this is something that really is standing out to me. Now, Emiko, to my knowledge, I think and I believe that's a female Japanese name. Now, we do know that this movie really is going to take a lot of inspiration from samurai for the Knights of Ren in Episode 9 in order to really fulfill what George Lucas originally wanted to do with some of the other story elements in the film. Now, a lot of people have been questioning themselves on whether or not it's a good or a bad idea for the Knights of Ren to be based off of samurai or have samurai/Japanese-like names. Honestly, I think that there's no question about this, that it's a great idea. I think it's perfect. It seems just right. If you look at the Knights of Ren, yes, it is somewhat of a nod to medieval times, the knights and stuff like that and how they're armored. But it's also yet another nod, I think an even bigger nod, to the samurai and, of course, in everything that we have seen in past movies before and in actual history. So what's really great about all of this is that not only is J.J. Abrams borrowing elements from, using World War I, World War II, and even Vietnam as inspirational pieces from those wars, and inserting that into Star Wars Episode 9, but as far as the Knights of Ren goes, he's using samurai as a way in order to really kind of create the Knights of Ren to have a more action-packed sequence in this movie than ever before, than we could ever have expected, honestly. So, the one thing I will say about this character being dubbed Emiko Ren, by the way, spelled E-M-I-K-O, so E-M-I-K-O, with the regular Ren at the end. Now, to my knowledge, like I said, that's a female Japanese name, and it really does make one wonder, how many male knights are there and how many female knights are there in the mix? We do know that there are a total of 6 Knights of Ren. Of course, if you count Kylo, that's 7. Even in the early drafts of the Force Awakens script, they were actually referred to simply as the 7. So it does make one wonder if that's what they're going to be referred to as in Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. So as far as some of the Knights of Ren having blasters, especially 2 of them, being equipped with 2 large heavy blasters called the Z8 blaster, it does make one really question themselves exactly whether or not that's a good idea for the Knights of Ren to be using blasters and stuff like that. Now, one would really hope that some of these Knights of Ren are at least equipped with lightsaber blades. Now, the original ideas by J.J. Abrams for The Force Awakens, if you guys go ahead and look, you do realize that some of the drafts and some of the concepts of the Knights even have lightsaber hilts strapped to their belts. Now, so far, we haven't heard about the Knights of Ren using a actual lightsaber except for at least one of them, which could very well just be one of the knights using KYLO'S for all we know. And now that they're back, it does make one question themselves, what happened to the Knights of Ren? You know, if the Beyond is a dangerous place and the place of the origins of the dark side and the Force in general, as we have heard, what could have actually happened to the Knights of Ren? Could they have been corrupted or something around those lines? That's another question open on the table. So, like I say, guys, it's a very interesting name, Amiko Ren, just like the other one that we went over, Aikido Ren, now you have Kylo Ren as well, obviously. They all sound very cool, and I really like the direction that JJ is going in with the Knights of Ren and how they use blasters and how they use the spears with the blades on the end. Would I prefer them to all just use lightsabers? Absolutely, but it seems like that's not the case, at least so far. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.